Yeah. My name is Gary Joseph. I'm from Six Nations of the Grand River, and I own and operate Through the Red Door, which is we're working with the Home Pod, the Jackson looks after. So Through the Red Door is a creative community hub, I would call it, where so people ask me what we do all the time, and I never really have a good answer, except essentially our job is to make other people look good in our daily lives. And what we're doing in our partnership with Jackson is we are offering and partnering and bringing our infrastructure and experience to help support some of the technical requirements for AI development. And we're embedded in the community, so we have some great relationships. We've been doing the work we do for a long time, so I'm not going to say we move freely through the community, but people know us and the work we do, so we have a lot of goodwill built up. So we get some grace when we introduce new things and we talk about new subjects. So, and this is one of them. There's a lot of at the community level, especially at Six Nations, probably everywhere, but there's a lot of fear surrounding AI. So when you mention AI, people just start getting uncomfortable. Probably the biggest reason is we don't often get an opportunity to participate in technologies as they are emerging. Our communities often are the last ones to get anything, and then our participation in those are lightly, as I would recall. Like a lot of our communities don't even have web pages and real simple things that make the world go around. In today's day and age, they're still building up to it. They don't participate in digital economies. We're just now, Six Nations, the most populated, most centrally located reserve in Canada, is just now getting fiber to the home, or we're building that now. And some of the other places that are water you can drink. So when the opportunity came where we could help lead the charge on a new technology like this, that affects every one of us every day now, and it's only going to multiply, then we'll jump in on that. And it's the opportunity to shape it how we need it to be shaped, rather than it being imposed upon us, as often things are. The things that we're trying to do is we're trying to build infrastructure to support development and capacity building in the communities. And for that, we're just trying, the road forward is to have good partners, and we do. The Abundant Intelligence Network is it's awesome being in a room full of people where you can just say, I come up with an idea, let's do it. And then, yeah, we can do that, no problem. And being in the community and from the community and part of the community, you don't often get opportunities like that, where people are coming from everywhere and they're all so smart and they're all so capable and everyone's heart is in the right place. That is such a unique position to be in. So we're just trying to hold up our end. Like I tell everybody, like, we know what all the buttons do, and not everyone knows. So that's what we bring, is we know what all the buttons do. We know what all the cables are for. We know what all the switches make. So that plus the communication and policy and just a room full of smart people is like, we're here to do our part, and hopefully we can. So probably the biggest thing is it's kind of an extension of what I just said, where we're not alone. We're not alone thinking that we can shape this new technology to be ours, instead of it being something to fear because it's doing things to us. We can make it ours to do what we want. And that's what abundant intelligence will allow us all to do. Yep.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about this, and I don't have the words for it yet, but I'm going to give it a try. We talked about this at we had like a little community meeting on Sunday before we came. And a lot of that conversation was kind of for me, what it boiled down to was there's always like a power struggle between these big organizations, Amazon and Google's, and then there's us. And the thing that we're trying to change is we're going to completely reverse that, where we don't have to think like that anymore. When we take control how do I put it here? We're not a slave to the technology. When we can build it so that we see ourselves in it, rather than it being this thing that does something to us, where we can, our values and our culture and our language and our community is built in, and it becomes ours. We don't have to, it changes the way we think about it. It changes our whole perspective on the technology. Now, one of the things that Emily in our group talked about was, she's an artist, so she isn't sure how using AI in her practice, is it still art? Because you're bringing this external thing in, and it replaces your creativity or augments it in some way, and it comes out the other end. But what if the thing that we built is such a part of us that it becomes part of your practice, and then what comes out the other side is still you? That's a completely new way, a different way of thinking about this thing. And if we can take part and develop and create the thing, then does it change how we think about it, where it's not something that does something to us, it's just part of us. It's the second step of our process, because that's all us too. And that's that's not going to happen overnight, but I think for me that would be the goal, is just like everything else, we can, things that we embrace they become ours. They're not us and them. Like this is, we don't think of it like that anymore. And that's going to be hard to do, but we'll see. That's the goal for me. It's just us. And that completely changes who has the power, because we have power for ourselves. It's not being imposed upon us. We're not at its mercy. We're not getting left behind because it's there and we're here. Like, it can be here too. And it can be everything we are. And then that's just how I see it. It becomes ours. It is so instilled and infused with us that it's not separate anymore. And that's the big dream, I think. It's nothing to be afraid of.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good answer.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still figuring out the words for that, but that's kind of what I start thinking on Sunday, is why does it have to be so separate? It's like an artist doesn't say, hey, that pencil, see, this isn't mine because the pencil was the thing that took it from here and here onto the medium. The pencil is still me because I'm the one making the pencil work, and we can make the AI can be us too.
Yeah, it's a nice thought. I never thought about it in that sense.
See, that's the idea. Is if we can change that thinking, then we can embrace it, and then we can do whatever we want with it, and it's still part of who we are. It's not separate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's awesome.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.